Hey, everybody, on this episode of Samp&Chance, we are going to look at Monday Night Raw that just happened this past Monday, I guess, as we lead up into Crown Jewel this Saturday. So, Monday Night Raw, Crown Jewel predictions, news of the week, all this on this episode of Samp&Chance. Guys, strap in and thank you for letting us into your year. Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Samp&Chance. We missed you last Tuesday, but we are back with a Raw review and a look ahead as Rehab season is in full effect. The WWE takes over this weekend with Crown Jewel. Not a bad card. Chance, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Can't complain, man. Here we are, Tuesday afternoon. It's Halloween. Let's get this done so we can get the kids out there, get their candy, their stash. And then we can sit around and complain about how they all eat candy.
Yeah, this should be it. The weather's good, man. So we're lucky today.
It's cold.
Cold, but it's not raining though, at least.
No, fair enough, fair enough. I always thought that Halloween would be better off in summertime. I don't know. It just seems like the worst time to have kids out in flimsy costumes and stuff. Like, and half the time, if it's cold, they got to wear their jackets. You don't even see their costume.
Yeah, that's true. That's the only crappy part. But as of tomorrow, we're going to get a little bit of rain, but it's going to go 8 degrees at night, 14 degrees during the day. So it's going to get a little bit warmer, just a little wet. So,
well, I'll take white over. I'll take white over snow.
Yeah.
Rain over snow. But hey, man, Monday Night Raw home show, the go home show, to Crown Jewel. I wasn't impressed by the show at all, to be completely honest. I don't know. It was kind of lackluster. Like the show itself that they're building up to looks really good, and I have pretty good expectations for it. But
it's a really good card up for Crown Jewel. But I think maybe they're just so excited for Crown Jewel coming up. The travel, they're going to travel here. They're probably already on the road, and this kind of just wasn't a magical show. I guess this didn't capture me.
No, it didn't click at all. I mean, we'll go through it really quick.
Yeah.
Show opens up with the Judgment Day, as they are the ones that rule Monday Night Raw. Rhea Ripley comes out with Dom, and I guess McDonough's now a part of the crew, right? I mean,
are they a couple, or Rhea and Dom boyfriend and girlfriend, or what's going on here?
No, she's actually dating Buddy Murphy. Remember him?
No, but I mean on the show, are they
on the show? They're pretty much, without saying it, they're saying it.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, they come out, they go back and forth, and they draw. I think Ricochet has a match with Dominic, which they kind of set up after the commercial break here. But Sammy comes out, complaining. Poor guy's kind of lost now, eh? He doesn't really.
He's kind of getting lost in the shuffle. He's taking on McDonough at Crown Jewel, which is
the preview show match.
But he's not even on the main card.
No,
it says that he is.
No. Apparently, he's on the kickoff show or something.
Oh, okay, could be.
But I could be wrong.
But you could be right.
I could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing so far. So, anyways, Dominic fights Ricochet in the opening match. Pretty good match, back and forth. I am impressed with Dominic. He has come a long way. I mean, there's still
getting better,
but I mean, he's got the crowd. He's won that battle.
So he's over.
He's over well. So I mean, from that perspective, he's doing half the job. Now he's just got to work on the in-ring a bit. But I think he's getting there, man. I think in a few years we'll be looking at this guy. I'm like, oh wow, okay.
You just think, I hate to say it, because he is doing good. He is getting better. He has a good character. But if Ray wasn't his dad, Vinny and Triple H would have cut him a long time ago. He wouldn't even gave him this chance to grow like this. He'd have been cut.
I don't even know if he would have even had.
He wouldn't even been on the main card.
Or even have an opportunity.
We'd be watching at the local bingo hall in Vancouver. I hate to be rude, but.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, North American Championship. Dominic defeats Ricochet. NXT. Pardon me. The Creed brothers make their debut from NXT. They're up on the main roster now. It's not a one-off. I kind of like it. They took on the Alpha Academy. Pretty convincing win. Good back and forth. I had no problem with it. Shook hands at the end.
Yeah, you got to bring up the young talent, bring them up eventually. So, yeah.
Those guys are really good. They got solid amateur backgrounds. They're kind of like, if you look at them, they kind of remind me of this generation's. If they do it right, they could be this generation's Steiners.
Yeah, they could be. They have that potential. They're young. They're good athletes.
Right. They have that potential.
That's getting the crowd over.
No, for sure. So that was a debut. New Day backstage segment. They're dressed up as Judgment Day, looking for candy, trying to be funny. It's all
That was good. I like those comedy segments. It's entertainment at the end of the day, right?
yeah, yeah. So Gunther shows up on Miss TV talking about how great he is with the Intercontinental title. Possible face change for Miz here as he's starting to kind of amp up his voice for that title,
Sure, looking that way.
right?
He's been heel for a long time now, so I mean, change him over to face for a little bit.
You know, he's been heel for most of his career. I think he stayed face for maybe a month or two, and then he becomes a heel again.
Yeah, I guess it's good to see what he can do. Switch it up.
Yeah. DIY, your favorite tag team, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano defeated Imperium, Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci. Good storyline there with Giovanni, man. He finally spoke, eh?
What's
And
that? I know I like Imperium. They're a good team.
no, they're cool, but you know, Giovanni goes, I can speak anytime I want. That's the first time I've heard the guy speak since coming up to the main roster. And then Ludwig's like, no, you only speak when the ring general or I let you. So dissension in the ranks, man. Dissensions in the ranks.
Yeah, I like Imperium. They're tough guys.
Zia Lee defeated Candice LeRae after referee stoppage. They're playing on the whole concussion and kick to the head.
Yeah.
Not an injury at all, just trying to show Zia as being a very strong and powerful woman. Then we're cut to Shinsuke Nakamura, who's saying that he wants his next opponent to reveal himself, or he'll have to go and find it himself. I guess they're just trying to figure out what to do with this guy now.
He's getting lost in the shuffle after his loss to Seth Rollins there.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, so we have World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins going against JJ Madonna. Not a bad fight. JD Madonna, not a bad fight. I thought the guys worked really, really well together. Damian Priest came out there with the briefcase to tease a cash-in. Nothing happened. Wicked spot that suplex that Seth delivered off the top rope. I really liked it. I mean, considering he has a bad back and everything, to still pull moves off like that. I mean,
I just don't get why you'd even put JD McDonough in championship match on Raw. He's so new, and he's just like, I get the part of the storyline, but it's like he doesn't deserve to have a champion match at all. It wasn't the first thing I thought.
I don't think the title was on the line. It was just a match.
Okay, it was on the line. Okay, that makes a little more sense then.
Yeah. Like I said, this felt like a filler Raw. It shouldn't have felt.
It was a filler. That's a filler match. Seth versus JD McDonough is a filler.
Well, Ricochet.
Even though Seth is so good, it's just like it's JD McDonough.
Well, that's the thing, right? So, and then we have the women's tag team champion Chelsea Green defeating Natalya. So this is the first time she's won since she's come back to the company in a singles match, eh?
I didn't know that. Well, it's good to know.
And just so everyone knows, she was dressed up as Bret the Hitman Hart, and Drew up, or Piper Niven, was the Anvil. They actually pulled it off. They looked actually pretty good.
Built like them both. So, I mean, yeah, it worked out. That was good.
It worked out really well. So that was a good little fun thing. Becky comes out. She says that she defended the NXT title more times in the little time that she had it than both Roman and Rhea have defended their title since winning.
True statement. Yeah, I didn't know that, but yeah.
Makes sense, right? She said something along the lines of, I don't need the title needs me.
That's a good line. I actually enjoyed that. It was a good line.
Creative. Pretty good. McIntyre comes out to Seth is willing to break his back to hold on to the world title, but he's willing to break his back to win it. So this match looks pretty good. I think we'll see the full heel turn of Drew McIntyre after this pay-per-view.
You think so? Think it's coming?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it reminds me a lot of Bret Hart's heel turn, the last one that he had. It was a slow burn, you know what I mean? It just wasn't, we never were sure 100% what was what. Like in the States, he was booed, but he was cheered everywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
So
listen, he's taking digs at America and going against Michaels and them, you know.
Yeah. But I think I'm not saying that's the case here with Drew, but he's taking that slow burn of a kind of to get the job done sort of a deal.
Yeah, you could be right.
So yeah, we got that. So a lot of promos. We have the Fatal 5-Way for the women, so a lot of time spent with all the women talking about the match and whatnot.
Building it up for Crown Jewel,
yeah. So Mr. Money in the Bank and undisputed tag team champion Damian Priest defeated Sami Zayn via DQ after one of the Uso or Jay interfered. The rest of the Judgment Day comes out. to beat on him, and Cody comes out to make the save. Very repeated ending.
I know.
I keep finding like this is how Raw ended last week. This is how Raw ended the week before, with either Cody or Jay or someone else coming out to make the save and kind of end the show off that way. Your thoughts on that?
I think they got to change the ending of Raw. It's been the last couple of weeks ago, the same ending, and maybe they didn't realize that, or they're doing it on purpose. I'm not sure, but I didn't care for the way the Raw ended. This is a lackluster Raw overall. I think they're just looking ahead this Raw, just a filler Raw, getting ready for Crown Jewel, because Crown Jewel, this is a pretty stacked card. There's some big heavy hitters on here, so I'm actually looking forward to it.
Well, I mean,
I think this Raw was just like just let's get this over with and get on the flight to Saudi Arabia kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, SmackDown is pre-taped.
Yeah.
They taped it last week after the other one, right? So they put them back to back. So I mean, at this point, the only show coming this week live will be Crown Jewel now. So I almost get the sense that Vince was in Saudi Arabia, so he wasn't really there to tell anybody anything.
Yeah, yeah, he's sitting with Taker.
Right. So from that perspective, I guess it is what it was. I think go home shows should have a little something popping.
I thought this would be have a little more sizzle to it, because this is a big Crown Jewel card, but this had no sizzle at all. Well, I think they're just tapped out, just like, let's get on with it.
Look, all go home shows should be big.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I mean, it's a go home show. That's your final sell to the people.
Yeah, to buy it.
Buy it. But I mean, I guess if you're not buying pay-per-views from the WWE, maybe they don't have to.
Not really. Everything's on the network now, right? I'm sure some people just buy the pay-per-views once in a while, but I think 90% of it's all people that have subscribed to the network.
I hope they don't do it, but I'm just surprised they haven't put WrestleMania as a premium pay-per-view still.
Don't rule it out.
I hope they don't. I mean, it's good for us.
All the other streaming services do that. You get the Zone. You used to get the Canelo fight for free. Now you got to buy the Zone subscription and buy the Canelo fight on top of your subscription.
But I think because WrestleMania is 2 nights, it'd be very, like
you couldn't do it. We could do it. You could charge $50. You get 2 for 1.
You could, but there's no guarantees, right? Like, I mean, half the time that's the only shitty part about 2-night WrestleMania.
Don't think that Vince and Ari aren't thinking that, because they're thinking something along those lines.
No, and whatever they come down with, right? They'll figure it out. But it just seems like it's a hard sell, like, for 2 nights. Like,
yeah, it is.
You literally have to dedicate your weekend to WrestleMania. You can't, you basically have to tell the wife and kids, like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't do anything this weekend.
Yeah, they're like 4 hours each of them, so it's 8 hours.
Exactly, right? And then if you're that guy who watches the kickoff show, you're looking at 10 hours of WrestleMania.
It's a lot.
Maybe maybe 14, because those kickoff shows are longer.
I never watch the kickoff shows, but yeah, if you do, it could be 14 hours. You count SmackDown on the Friday, you could be almost at 20 hours here.
Well, you take the SmackDown, you take the Hall of Fame, so that's 4 hours right there.
Yeah.
Then 4, that's 12, and 16 hours, almost 16 hours over 2 days
of wrestling.
3 days.
3 days. Big commitment.
3 days. And not to forget if there's any boxing or anything else going on that night.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, dude.
Crazy.
But
all right. Well, we've been talking about it. Why don't we look at the card and make our predictions here, eh?
But,
all right. Undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns versus LA Knight. Roman Reigns wins. He doesn't lose the title till after WrestleMania.
Yeah, he's going to win. But I think what they're going to do with LA Knight is make him resilient. He's going to take a beating. He's going to almost get him kind of like, maybe you could say like Stone Cold Bret Hart WrestleMania 13 kind of thing. He's going to lose LA Knight, but they're going to put him over by making him look so good. That's what's going to happen here. But yeah, Roman retains. It should be a good match.
I think so too. I think it's not going to be a cakewalk for Roman, because I mean, there really hasn't been too much interaction between the two of them in the ring, apart from what we saw last Friday. I'm not sure what, I haven't looked at the spoilers for this SmackDown, so I don't know what's going on. I know they're out there, but just based on what we saw in the last live one, I see where you're going with it. I think the same thing. Roman's going to win, but by his skin of his teeth. And it's going to take, outside.
It's very possible. And he's going to get bloodied. He's going to have a sore arm. Like, he's just going to be like fighting. He lost, but he's the people's champ because he won the battle but lost the war. That's what I think they're doing with this, but we'll see.
I think so. I agree with you. All right. World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Any other day, I would say Drew wins this, just because it's time to maybe, switch it over.
Something's got to happen on this card. Something.
Well, something will happen. I
It
don't
will,
know,
Seth will
but
win though.
I think Drew, this is like I was saying in our preview earlier. I think this is where we're going to see Drew McIntyre complete the heel change.
Yeah, this could be.
You know, it could be something along the lines where he attacks him after the match, after the handshake, after he loses and beats him
Yeah.
down that way, or after the match he leaves and he just lets whoever run into the ring beat on him. Maybe Damian Priest comes to try to take the title. I mean, to be honest, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, Damian Priest will try to cash on Seth. There's no way he's going after Roman because, like I said, Roman doesn't lose the title till after WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
So you
No, I
might
agree. This should be a good match. I mean, both good workers, but yeah, Seth's not losing the belt. Not to Drew, not right now.
well. Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Raquel Rodriguez, and Zoe Starks. I really like this match because you got the future and you just got them all in there, man. This is like
Yeah.
big girls are in this match and they're not afraid to hit and they're not
No.
afraid to sell and put it down. Mixing it up, maybe mixing it up in various matches throughout this build up. And like I said, I think a good portion of Raw was dedicated to them cutting their promos. But that being said, I think Rhea retains.
I think so. I mean, it almost seems like now that we're breaking it down, like it's almost this card almost seems too obvious with Seth, Roman, and with Rhea. Something's got to happen on this card. Like somebody's gonna lose a belt. You'd have to think when you think.
Well,
I don't think it's Rhea though. She's too hot right now.
I think if anyone's going to lose out of those three, if I had to make the choice, I'd have to say Seth.
Yeah.
Because he is due for some sort of treatment and surgery of some sort. He is due for it. Rhea, I'll be honest, man. I think she's the face of Raw.
She's one of them. Yeah, she's hot right now. I mean, I'd like to see Nia Jax or somebody take it off of her.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rhea wins at the
But I think, like I said, I mean, if you look at everyone on that program right now, you would say, okay, Seth Rollins is the face of Raw. No, I think Rhea is the face of Raw right now.
He gets more airtime than he does.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you on this one. Rhea Ripley is gonna. Should be a hard-hitting match, but yeah, Rhea's gonna retain. She's too hot right now. Too over.
No, for sure. Okay, Cena versus Sola Sikoa. Cena's all about putting guys over, but he hasn't won a singles match in a while.
In this one,
huh?
John Cena's not going to lose to Sola Sikoa.
I hope not. I'm going.
I hope not. No, that'd be an insult.
Well, I mean, but then if you look at what he's done since he's come back, he's been putting everybody over, right?
Yeah, but he also has to get a win here and there and keep him strong. If he's going to lose to Sola Sikoa, a mid-carder at best, wow, is he still the great John Cena?
Well, but here's the thing. Cena, after this match, is probably going to take off now that I think that strike is over. So they're all going to start going back to work, right? I mean, he's got projects on the go that he kind of...
He can still take off, but you can't let him lose to Sola Sikoa. There's just no way. I hope not. You could be right. He's putting everybody over, but it's different when you put him over like a Logan Paul or somebody that's a star. Sola Sikoa.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going John Cena here all the way. I think it should be a 5-minute match and John gets the W.
No, for sure. Well, we'll see. We'll see, right? I mean, if you think about
unless interference from Bloodline, but I think John takes it.
Bloodline's so depleted. There's only two of them now, unless they get a third or something, right? But
I'd like to see John needs a W.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying, just to keep him where he's at, but at the same time, at what cost? He's going up against a monster guy. You know what I mean? So, do you hurt him, the guy who's actually going to be here? What does that do for the bloodline, the story, this and that? Like,
there's no shame in losing to one of the greatest of all time, though.
Yeah, fair enough. I think if he beats him, it has to be clean.
Yeah, he'll beat him. He'll give him the attitude adjustment and all that stuff.
Something. It has to be convincing, though. Like, it can't be just simple, five moves of doom and there you
call it a night. Yeah.
Right? Cena's going to have to sell a bit here. I think he's going to have to really earn the victory, so to speak.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. That should be a good match, actually. Every time you get to see John Cena, watch him where you can, because he maybe only has a handful of matches left in him.
No, for sure. All right, WWE Women's Championship, Io Sky versus returning Bianca Belair. This just kind of came together on Friday. I'm going to give it to Io. I think Bianca's got bigger plans coming up ahead. I just don't see the reason of putting it on her unless Jade Cargill is coming over to that brand.
I'm gonna say something's got to happen here. We've had all three belt winners winning. I'm going to take the returning former women's champion Bianca Belair to take the belt at Crown Jewel. I think something's got to give. I think you're probably right, but I think Bianca might take it.
Well, I'm going with Theo only for the fact that I thought of what you just said. And I thought, well, if you think about it, all the times that anything surprising's happened on the last 2 or 3 shows is being with that belt and with her.
Yeah. So I'm
So,
just gonna take Bianca just because I mean, most likely, yeah, Io retains, but I should think Bianca come back, all the hype, bring her back with a boom.
yeah,
I'm gonna
well,
go
I think
Bianca Belair.
Laurie Kane's due to come back as well. So I could see her making a run in here, possibly as a surprise entrant into the card to kind of either help Io or to be against her because they were attacking before she left.
Yeah.
Right. So, that's going to be interesting. All right. I think the match that you're looking for, I think we're both going to pick different guys, but Rey Mysterio, United States Championship against Logan Paul. I'm going to go Rey. I think that it's going to be Rey wins it by disqualification because Santos Escobar turns on him and costs him the match that way.
Could be. This is going to be a good match. We're gonna do some. They're gonna do a big spot here. I don't know what these guys are gonna do, but these guys can fly. And Ray's so light, so Logan can throw him around easy. They're gonna this spot of the night. I'm calling it right now is definitely Ray versus Logan. I don't know what they're gonna do, but these guys are super talented athletes.
Yeah.
I'm actually think because I mean Logan Paul doesn't really need a belt. He's just a global star himself. But I'm gonna say Logan takes it. I think he walks out as United States champion. This is one of the matches I'm looking forward to the most.
Fair enough. It could be the Crit Joker, man.
Could be, but man, Logan knows that these guys know how to perform. These two guys. So this is a good booking here, good matchmaking. I like this one.
So who are you calling?
Logan Paul walks out with the belt.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And I'm going Ray. Cody versus Damian Priest. This is the main event for Raw for the last 4 weeks, and now it's a pay-per-view match.
Don't know why.
Cody. I'm just gonna say Cody.
Cody wins. It should be a hard-hitting match. I mean, Cody takes it though.
And Sami Zayn versus JD McDonough on the kickoff show. I have it
It's weird because I'm seeing it on the regular show.
I'm seeing it on the kickoff show, man.
Either way, that's a real kick in the pants to Sami Zayn to get from where he was at Elimination Chamber in Montreal, the crowd going nuts, almost beating Roman Reigns, to not even on the main card against JD McDonough.
Well, Kevin Owens isn't even on the card.
Yeah, and neither is Austin Theory.
Neither is Austin Theory. But it just shows you the depth of that roster, man.
Yeah, you can't put everybody on the card, right?
You can't, but this just goes right back to that point. Like, how can AEW keep signing everybody? Because there's not enough room. If the global leader can't put every single guy on 2 shows, 3 shows, how do you expect, like, it just makes no sense on any level.
Yeah, who do you got, Sammy or JD?
I'm going to give it to Sammy. You got to give it to Sammy. I think JD
he has to get that one.
That fumble guy for now. If JD wins, it's because of outside interference. But I mean, even Finn Balor's not on the card.
No, there's no Finn Balor, Austin Theory.
They're not defending.
Brock Lesnar, I guess he doesn't need it right now, I guess. But this is the first Crown Jewel he hasn't been on.
Yeah. All right, so we got Crown Royal in a Crown Royal.
Uncle G or what?
Huh?
Hanging with Uncle G or what? You're saying Crown Royal?
I know. Crown Jewel. Sorry, my friend. No Uncle G's here today. But yeah, no, it should be an interesting card. I think
it's a good card. It's a pretty loaded card. Like there's a lot of heavy hitters, some good women's matches, some good men's matches. All the belts are on the line. So
yeah,
Roman's there, Logan Paul's there.
Start at about, I would say, 10, 11 a.m. here on the West Coast.
Yeah,
is what we're looking for. So it's another Saturday afternoon extravaganza. Yay!
Yeah, I prefer them in the evening myself, but.
Well, I'll be completely honest. I'll have to come back and rewatch this. Have the little one's birthday party on Saturday. So, as much as I'd rather sit at home and watch wrestling, duty calls and go do that stuff. So, notifications off the phone, so I don't know what's going on. And as soon as yeah, pretty much, and then just watch it when I get home. I can't watch wrestling or boxing if I know the results.
Yeah, it's not the same. It takes away the excitement from it, right?
It does, but I mean, considering I have to watch it, we have to watch it regardless anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hate such a horrible word, but I dislike having to watch it on replay if I know the score.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like watching a baseball game knowing who won.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. This is a good card, man. Like I said, it's pretty solid card. They got some big boys out there, so it should be fun. Hopefully it delivers. There'll be a few surprises. We're not going to get every match right, so hopefully there's a surprise that we don't know about.
Well, Rehab season, like I said, I mean, if they're going to try to, I mean, this is the second big event of their season, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about the big event in our next show, but they're kicking it off, so they put a lot of money into this. So if that's the case, who knows who's going to be there?
Vince McMahon quoted as saying, "This is WWE's home now. There'll be a
Yeah.
lot more events than Crown Jewel once a year now coming there,
Well, at least 2 a year for sure.
at least."
So, well, I mean, they're going quite global if you think about it, man. Look at it. We got Australia, a pay-per-view Australia show. We have a. Now I'm curious about that one. Are they going to make that Sunday afternoon like they do everything else, or are they going to actually give it to them in real time, which
I'm not
means
sure.
it at like 11 o'clock at night, 3 o'clock in the East Coast,
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to play that.
right? So that's going to be, well, no, it would be about 2 or 3 in the evening, 2 or 3 in the morning here.
No, they won't give it to us then that time.
But I'm just saying if they do it regular time, if they're giving it
Yeah.
to Germany's got a pay-per-view coming up.
Yeah, they're a global brand, man. So I'm actually, it sucks for us in North America, but I'm happy for them, man, expanding their brand.
We still get most of it. We still get most of it. And to be fair, the shows don't really displace us. I mean,
Oh yeah, we got SmackDown here January 5th. Tickets are on sale on Friday.
where?
Rogers Arena.
Oh, is it really?
You didn't see that?
I haven't paid attention to it, brother, man.
Yeah. SmackDown's coming January 5th. And yeah, tickets are on sale Friday.
Cool.
They announced it, I think, last Thursday or something, last Wednesday or Thursday.
Well, there you go, brother, man. You're on top of that. All right, Chance. So we've covered Raw, we've covered that, and we've covered Crown Jewel, not Crown Royal. Do you got a top 5 or anything?
I do. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Top 5.
I'm scared.
Your top. This is a tough one. Your top 5 favorite women tag teams of all time, and it's tough because there's not a lot of them. So it's hard. You got to really think.
Well, I mean, top 5 women's tag team. I mean, most of the tag teams are kind of just put together.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
anyone that was thrown together that had for, but you can make it whatever.
I would say Sasha Banks and Bayley. They were a good team together. I do like the chemistry between Piper Niven and what's her face now. They're really working well together. She was dressed up as Bret the Hitman, Chelsea Green.
Yep.
I do like them. I did like the tag team. I thought if they did it better and they worked with them better and gave them more time, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey could have been this generation's Road Warriors.
They were good. I don't know why they got rid of that too fast.
Right. Well, I mean, it doesn't help when she wants to leave.
Well, that's part of the problem. Yeah.
Right. I would have to say
2 more.
2 more from AEW. Saraya and what's her face? Ruby Riott.
Okay.
They're pretty concrete. And last but not least, I would have to probably go with the old school team. Number 1 tag team in all time, women's, the Great Moolah and Mae Young.
Yeah, you have to give it to them, right? Just because of the, legends. No, that's a good list. It's a tough list because
any 9-year-old that's willing to take a suplex or a power bomb off the top rope at her age, considering taking all into account how protected she is and how cradled she is, to still take those bumps at that age.
That was amazing.
That's amazing. That goes beyond Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no, she's a legend, icon actually in women's wrestling, groundbreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Hand down, pound for pound, the best women's wrestler of all time.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe not when she was actually wrestling, but for the shit she did afterwards.
And breaking the ground and being with the boys, especially back in those days, they didn't want many women around.
No. I mean, they got their stories, man. They got their stories. A lot of them don't hold Moolah in a very nice light.
Oh, I know. But from what we were seeing, you got to give it to her. But I know what you mean.
For sure. All right, brother. Let's wrap this show up here. Let's call it a day. Plans for Crown Jewel? Just gonna chill out, watch it as you can.
Go to your kid's birthday party for a bit, and then I got to rush back here and take my kid to hockey. So I mean,
so we're both on tape delay.
Oh yeah, and we forgot to even mention this Friday, Canadian Apex Wrestling at Hastings Track, upstairs. Front row tickets are $30. General admission is $20. We got Short Sleeve Samson versus Badass Bruce for the 2 little people main event, to be politically correct. And
the midget wrestling.
Yep. Yeah, that's the main event.
Hey, you know what? If it's just midget on the poster, I think it's okay.
It was actually. I'll tell a little insights. Right? Actually, Jerry did have it on the poster. He got in trouble for doing that. He had to take the word midget off there.
Really?
So he's actually putting it up. I won't name the business. He's putting it up at a local business, and they said we can't put it up because you got the word midget on there. So he took it off. Seriously, we made the whole posters.
So chances are we are going to have the opportunity to sit down with one or both of these little guys. And
I 100% guarantee we'll be sitting down with short sleeve. I don't know about Bruce, but
Bruce, I know pretty well. I spent some time with him in Calgary when I was out there covering some of the shows out there. So I wonder if he brought his little motorcycle. I doubt it, but I mean, he has a little souped up Harley.
Yeah, yeah, he's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be there nice and early, so
But we'll find out. We'll find out. We'll talk to them. And you know what? I think that's one of the questions I want to ask them. So what do you guys think? Are you okay being called a midget or
oh, he does, because in the middle of when he does the worm and stuff, short sleeve says it's midget time. He calls it out himself. So he's cool with it. But we're not cool with it, but he's cool with it. So it's just a bunch of
I'm cool with it. I have no problem. If they're cool with it, why can't I be cool with it?
Yeah, it should be a fun show. There's a concession there, beer gardens, there's food downstairs. So
No ponies, right?
What's that?
No ponies?
No ponies. No, there's no. This is inside. Track's done now, but yeah, food downstairs, casino downstairs, upstairs wrestling. Next door, the same time the wrestling show is going on, there's a comedy show going on. Yuck Yucks, but you got to buy separate tickets. So it's gonna be a bumping night. Hastings Track Friday is gonna be tons of people. It's gonna be fun, man.
Good times, good times. Can't wait. I can't wait. We will be there. All right, guys. Tell you what, let's wrap this puppy up. Thank you for that nod to the Apex crew. Good bunch of guys out there. I'm hoping for a very successful show, and hope we're a part of that. On that note, brother, I tell you what, my name is Bobby Sampson. His name is Chance Michaels.
And in the words of the great AC/DC, those that download, like, and subscribe to the podcast, we salute you.
We do salute you. And in the words of Ed Whalen, in the meantime and in between time, that's it for Samp&Chance. Guys, it's Halloween night. So if you're out there with your little ones, please make them bright, make them shine so everyone can see them. Be safe, keep warm, and we'll talk to you guys on Thursday. Samp&Chance out.